Captain Jorg, the fearless boater. Ian. Going down the North Saskatchewan River.
A leisurely boat ride on the North Saskatchewan River. Now, wouldn't it be nice if I could take my bike with me?
So this is what I got so far. It's gonna get painted, it's gonna get some more holes, it's gonna get modified. So far I've been successful riding my bike with this on and the boat on it, and it felt secure. It felt good enough for me to ride like 50 kilometers out, whatever, you know, not in record pace, but I could do it. So now, if this works and this transports my bike on this little inflatable boat, then I have succeeded. Then I have something that's going to bring me a lot of enjoyment this summer, and it didn't cost me a fortune. I know there are pack rafts out there that are superior, that are better. You know, you could put your bike straight on there. It packs way smaller than my boat, but they also cost more. And there are a lot of people, I believe, that would do this kind of stuff but don't have the budget, but perhaps some skills, and perhaps I can inspire somebody by doing this, even if mine turns out terrible. As long as it functions, that's all I care about. Maybe you have a better idea on how to build something like this, and who knows what will come of it, you know, but there's always something you can do.
Hello, so this was what I showed you last week, what I had done. And now it's another day. I'm gonna try to finish this today so that I can actually secure my boat on there. I mean, my bike on this boat. See that behind me? That's what it looks like. And I'll show you what the problem is right now. See, with this now being flexible, the weight of the bike is mostly where the wheels are, and also the fork is movable. So it's actually bending in a way that I didn't really foresee, to be honest. This side isn't so bad, and I found that probably if I'm going to put a strap here, but I want to close this gap, I want this straight. There are two possibilities of dealing with this. The first one would be to flip the entire platform the other way around, but then probably the middle of it is gonna sag, and honestly I don't know unless I try, but I want to try something else first, and that is to strap a bungee from one side of the carrier to the other. That'll put some tension on there and then thereby eliminate those gaps and stiffen the board. I think that is probably the best solution. So for that I have to make some holes on the outside on each side of this platform. And maybe, just maybe, then I only have to do 2 more holes where the crank is to strap the bike, and that might be sufficient. Some of you have commented on this last video and said, well, why do I build this at all? You could just put the bike straight onto the boat. Well, to be perfectly honest, I don't trust that boat. It's vinyl, it is fairly thick, but it is not a kind of material that I think they make the high dollar pack rafts from. So over time, with a lot of rubbing and stuff which is inevitable, I think I would be asking for problems. The boat would develop a leak, maybe? Let me know in the comments. Is this what I'm doing? Is it overkill? Or is it actually necessary? Anyways, I'm sticking with the plan. So you'll see me grinding and drilling again.
Well, before any drilling, I make sure that the boat carrier is centered on the boat with the bike on it, so I can mark exactly where the bungees should attach.
Captain Jorg, the fearless boater going down the North Saskatchewan River.
Captain Jorg, the fearless boater, going down the North Saskatchewan River.
Captain Jorg, the fearless boater, going down the North Saskatchewan River.
Here's this whole thing again, and now it is strapped down with bungee cords. The platform is not secured on the boat, but that's a minor thing. Little strap right there, and on the other side there's going to be another strap here to secure this, and I think this is quite good. This is quite secure the way it looks right now. So I'm going to proceed to painting this. So, as messy as this may look, I think it's fine. I think it'll work on the river. And that's really all I want. I want something that is kind of consistent and secure to put the boat on and float.
Captain Jorg, the fearless boater going down the North Saskatchewan River.
Captain Jorg, the fearless boater, going down the North Saskatchewan.
If you've seen my previous Captain Jorg movies, you may have noticed that I wasn't wearing a life jacket. Yeah, that could actually get me in trouble, as I found out from a friend who knows about boating. Looking for a life jacket, because I recently found out that I'm not allowed on the river without a life jacket in my boat, so I'd be running the risk of getting a serious ticket, something like north of $200, which is not what I really want. Here we go, life jacket. Too small. I'm getting a lot closer here. Except the price doesn't seem quite right. $15. I think that's worth it. One problem solved, but now I still had to find a way to protect my boat from the hinges. Yeah, this is probably a really bad idea. I'm just worried that these staples are going to come undone and then they'll be sharp. They'll cause a problem for my rubber boat. So probably I'm going to get some screws with really large heads. And the more crucial hinges are up here because those are the ones that are actually going to be touching the boat. Those are self-piercing metal screws which are normally used for gutters and downspouts, but they seem to do the job here. So there you see the idea. The critical part of the hinges is covered, which is right here. So even if this moves around, it's never going to touch the boat. Only concern is these screws. Yeah, they have the slots, but they are quite smooth. And I think I'm just going to leave them alone. Leave them the way they are. So this is it for this video. The next video will have me on the river with this thing. Promise. Promise.